Hello, everyone.
Hello, hello, hello. Today we are talking about one of the top questions we get, which is how much should you spend for groceries per month for a family of four? How much should you spend on groceries for one? How much should you spend on groceries for two? How much should you spend on groceries? All right. So we are talking about that, and um, we are going to tell you the answers. Now, first of all, the average person. Guys, comment and tell me how much you think the average person spends on groceries. Mike looked it up.
In America, yeah.
In America. I was quite shocked, actually. I really was wondering. I was really wondering myself, and I was going to look it up, and he had already looked it up. It's been a rough few days with our kitchen remodel, and let's see what everybody says. 200 a week, 250 a week, 25 per week for the four of us. Very good, Jeannie.
Wait, per person, Bing Baby Glam says 600 a week. Whoa, but not for one person, right? Or yes, for one person.
Bridget says she thinks people spend $1,000 on food a week.
A week? Wow.
300 a week, Janet says. No one's guessed right, actually, so far. Huh.
Wow.
We're black and blue tonight. Oh, that's sweet.
450 a week. Wow. 250.
400 a month. Wow. Okay. So sorry.
Bless you.
Okay. Yeah, nobody's guessed right yet. Wow. All right. So the average person spends $367.10 per month on groceries.
So for one person.
For one person.
Yeah. Although some people are saying $600 a week. And if you meant for one person, wow, that person's really eating cushy.
Two people, $677 a month. Family of three, $883 a month. Family of four, $1,289 a month. And a family of five, $1,468 a month. So the average cost of groceries is around $350 to $360 a month. Yeah, can you believe that? All right, if you guys want to save on groceries, our Dining on a Dime cookbooks, Volume 1, Volume 2, and our gluten-free, dairy-free cookbooks, up to 50% off on our ebooks, 35% off on our print books. And for all of those of you asking, we got a better deal on the printing this time on our planners, so we put those 10% off for all of you guys wanting our huge undated planners, almost 400 pages. You don't lose any months. You could start right now, and you will not lose any days in your planner. All right, so
wow. So it's interesting. Esther says she's one person, averages $40 a week. Laurel Jean says $120 per month per person. And then
she's close.
Bridget, I spent $350 for my family of five per month. Wow,
yeah, that's pretty good.
That's great. Yeah, it's interesting to see the different amounts.
All right, so $350 to $60 a month for one person is what the average is, which is just insane. I'm sorry, that's just ridiculous.
So I wonder if they're including eating out in there.
I don't know, but spending even
that's
if
a lot
you're
of money eating out.
Even if you're spending that eating out per person, that's absolutely ridiculous. How much do we spend on groceries per month? Some of you guys who've been with us for a while know.
Actually, a few people in there spend about the same as us.
Oceana, $600 a month for ketogenic diet. Oh, wow. That's super crazy high expensive. That's really high. All right. I would say if you guys want to have a typical thrifty budget, not a really tightwad budget, but a thrifty budget, I would say $100 per person per month. Now, if you want a tightwad budget, I would go between $50 and $80 per person per month. Very doable here in 2023, $50 to $80 a month per person. I am only including food. Some people were asking. Go ahead and put your comments and questions in there, guys. And if you have a question, Mike will pull it and he will give me the questions here as soon as we get through this. Now, a lot of people think that you have to spend a ridiculous amount of money to eat healthy.
Ellie says, LOL, they were box pancakes. Don't tell anyone.
My own daughter didn't use the world famous recipe in the Dining on a Dime cookbook.
She might even get a copy for 100% off.
You think she might get a copy for 100%?
Being our daughter and all.
35% off right now, guys. 50% off on our ebooks and 10% off on our planners. livingonadime.com. So, what is a good price for groceries? About $100 per person per month is what I would say is a good price. Very, very doable right now. As a matter of fact, I'm trying to decide if I should start going through Walmart and asking to look in people's grocery carts and just ask them questions and paying them to do it. Now we're getting a little bit more well-known in our town. So I don't know if that could be a good thing or a bad thing, actually.
We could get a reputation for those weird people that are looking at everybody's groceries baskets.
But I had really thought about doing that. So, because really, it's quite doable. Chicken is $1 or less, like 69 cents a pound for the chicken thighs and the chicken quarters and chicken drumsticks. Those are all really, really good deals on chicken right now. Beef is still fairly inexpensive, $3 a pound. Sorry, guys, my cold has not gone away. It's just gotten worse this afternoon. And no, Esther, $100 a month is not per person with a garden or canning or coupons. That is no canning, no coupons, no garden. $100 a month is very, very doable, very easily doable. Anywhere in the 48 lower United States. And so how do I do it? I watch the sales. I watch the clearance aisles. Did you guys see yesterday's video where Mom and I went shopping at the thrift store? Let me know what you thought about that, because I had thought about having our video editor, videographer / dude, Sumner, following us along and filming Mom and I going grocery shopping. Like yesterday, Mom was going to get the cabbage that was on sale, and it was frozen with ice crystals and black, and they put it on the shelf.
Wow.
Seriously? So you can just imagine, do you have any extras? You can just imagine, thank you, what Tara would have had to say about that.
We're having cough drops together. So so for the $100 a month, what kind of stuff would a person eat?
I don't know. What do we eat?
Oh, we eat just crackers. No. Oh, a lot of chicken and rice and vegetables and
green chili, beef stroganoff, hamburgers, and we'll eat chicken fried steak.
Oh, yeah.
With biscuits. We'll have biscuits and gravy. We'll have sausage skillet with sausage and onions and potatoes. And we eat really good. I mean, we're both overweight, so we eat really good. And so watch your sales, watch your clearance items, stop buying so many drinks. You guys, I know Mom and I keep harping on this, but 1/3 to 1/2 of people's grocery bills goes just to drinks. 1/4 of their grocery bill goes to junk food.
Yeah, I saw this video the other day on YouTube that this lady was lamenting how terrible it is that she could only get this many groceries for $100. And actually, I was surprised how much she got for $100, but it included 2 packs of Oreos and a little 4-pack of those Starbucks pre-made drinks and stuff. And I was thinking, wow, that's not frugal at all. So it's fine to drink that if you can afford it and you want it, but to complain about that, how everything's going up and all I got is $100 worth. Well, those are pretty fancy foods. Well, and they're not really sustaining foods. They're just extras.
I had thought about going to the grocery store and taking $100 and doing it Tara's way, which is a thrifty way, super tightwad way, and then spending $100 on normal people. I thought about doing a couple of videos like that because I guarantee you 3/4 of people's grocery bills, the majority of Americans, now probably not our viewers on here because our viewers are pretty thrifty, but the majority of Americans spend 1/2 to 3/4 on drinks and junk food, at least.
I'm just amazed at all the people that are showing how much things are online and how badly inflation is affecting them. It's all like lots of packaged convenience foods, lots of snacks and desserts, not really actually food. And then, of course, I know some people are going to have a cow, but all the organic and everything else, that's
booze.
That's a choice that you can make, but it's not really a choice you have to make.
How much money do people spend on booze?
Yeah. Oh, it's not cheap.
Debbie says she thinks that would be very helpful. I think Mom and I might try that.
This is going to the store and yeah, I think
I'd also thought about taking like $300 and doing homemade versus bought, or homemade versus convenience type things, like box mixes, like homemade cake with flour and sugar, and then homemade, and then cake from a box mix and all of that, and then cake from the bakery. I thought about doing 3 different grocery carts with the same items and showing that. I thought that would be a really good video too. So let me guys, let me know what you think. If you're interested in that, I'd like to know. So one of the big things, guys, put your questions in. Mike's going to send me the first batch of questions to get here in just a second. But one of the big things is I don't shop at the grocery store for what I want to eat that week. I only shop to refill my pantry. So I keep staples on hand, chicken and bacon and hamburger and pork loins, pork roasts, and then, like frozen broccoli, onions, peppers, all of those types. I keep my pantry stocked, and then I just cook from what I have in my pantry. So like last year from like January until probably October or so, hamburger was ridiculously expensive. So I just didn't buy it. So we ate a lot of chicken. Well, then hit November, hamburger started getting on sale again from all the cows they slaughtered from the drought. And so I was getting chicken again. And even my boys, one of them said, "Mom, what are we going to do with all this food in the freezers? We're never going to eat all of this." Like, yes, we're going to eat all of this. We eat it all the time. You just don't know it because I keep replenishing my freezer as something goes on sale. And if something doesn't go on sale, then I don't buy it. I just don't. Like, we didn't eat hamburger for the majority of 2023. Send me the questions. And so, yeah, I mean, I just have a certain amount. Our price book, 50% off right now. It's a digital download. I was thinking about printing our price books again because it really helps you to just have a physical copy in your hand and see what the best deal is so you know when you're getting a good deal. Now, I've been doing this for more than 30 years. So now I have prices memorized. So I don't need to do that anymore because my prices are memorized. I know if chicken is $1.49 a pound or less, that's a really stinking good deal for me. If it's $1.99 a pound, that's if I need chicken, it's a decent enough deal that I'll buy it. If chicken's more than $1.99 a pound, I won't buy it until it goes on sale below $1.99 or less. So, yeah.
Before you get to the other questions, I was going to ask you a couple things. Go ahead, whatever you're doing.
Go ahead.
So just for clarity for people, when you talk about $100 per person for the grocery budget, if you're one person alone, is it about the same as if you're one person in a family of 4 or 6 or something like that?
Oh, you've been reading the comments, haven't you? Sorry, guys. My cold is getting to me. Yes, it is. My mom spends $80 a month. We've done several videos on this. You can do a search for it, but mom is by herself. She spends $80 a month. Today, she sent me all the pictures of what she eats in a week. And we're going to actually do a video on that. We'll probably tape it Friday. Mom, if you're watching. And so we will probably tape that Friday for a future video coming up. Beck, hi, Kintara from the UK. Oh, wow, you're up late.
Hi,
Thank
Beck.
you for joining us so late. Wow. All right, guys.
Wait. Oh, sorry. I had another question.
Okay. Dining on a Dime Cookbooks, Volume 1. And I can't use my hands, so I can only hold up at once. Volume 2 go together. They're a set, but can be used totally separately. All different recipes. Volume 1 and 2 are all different recipes and all different tips. Gluten-free, dairy-free. If you're like me and you're gluten-free, dairy-free, it is also 35% off. It is an adaptation of our Dining on a Dime Volume 1. And then, guys, our planners are 10% off. We got a good deal from our wonderful printers, Copyco in Fort Collins, Colorado. We love them.
Woohoo!
And we were able to get a really good deal on our planners. So we gave them to you for 10% off if you want them. And no, you don't lose any months. They're undated. So you don't lose any days or month. You could just start right away and get going. And I can't wait to start using it in my new kitchen. It's going to match my new kitchen. It's so pretty. I'm so excited.
Yay.
So go to our website, livingonadime.com, and we will, we have those on there. All right.
I forgot the other question.
Oh,
It was something along the same lines that people ask a lot, and I can't remember what it was. The first one was, is it the same if you get one? And I can't think of what the other one is. All right. If it comes back to me, I'll ask you.
Okay.
I'll jump to the head of the class.
Okay. I'll let you. So basically, guys, that's it. Don't use coupons. Don't grow a garden. Don't stress out about any of those things. Don't stress out about freezer cooking. Don't stress out about shopping at Sam's, Costco. Just cut the drinks, cut the junk food. Start cooking at home more, but you don't have to cook everything at home. I'm not telling you to make homemade bread. Bread is $1.32 a loaf. It's not that expensive. You can get French bread for 50 cents a loaf on clearance. So start making your dinners at home, but make easy meals so that you are not spending so much money. Even if it's like my daughter who used box cake mix instead of her mother's famous pancakes. I would rather have you make a boxed pancake mix and eat a TV dinner than spend money to go to a restaurant when you're trying to get out of debt.
Yeah.
I would. So livingoutadime.com to get those on sale right now, guys. Sarah, what's the very best appliances to buy? So Sarah, that video came out on Friday. I will have Mike grab a link and put that in for you.
Oops.
Just Vicky, she's waving hi to my daughter Ellie. Getting excited to see the kitchen remodel. Yes, I will probably give you a sneak peek on
Ellie?
Tuesday for Tightwad. Tuesday,
Oh.
no, that was just Vicky. Mike's brilliant idea just about put me over the edge yesterday. I would say by the time I was ready for bed, I'm like, I'm divorcing my husband, I'm burning down my house, and I'm going to go drown myself in the lake. And then my family can just start fresh. I made it through the night. And Mike's brilliant idea has forged on today. And we've had, it's nothing the contractors are doing or anything. It's just now it's starting to get on my nerves. I'm a very patient person, and now it's starting to get on my nerves.
Well, and today we had some appliances come, but one is still not here.
I had the dishwasher and the stove come today. For those of you wondering, I got Whirlpool for both.
And the thing we're waiting on is not a surprise, right?
The refrigerator?
No, the other thing that got delayed.
The window?
Yes.
Oh, no, not the window.
So we're waiting on a window, but it got delayed a month. So.
The thing that goes under the window, it is.
Okay.
Janet says, don't eat out. Yeah, stop eating out, guys. That's a ridiculous. I thought about also going to the restaurant and order, like going to McDonald's or Wendy's or whatever, and ordering the food that they get, and then seeing how much it would cost to make it home. Because there's this rumor going around that it's cheaper for you to go to Wendy's or McDonald's than to cook at home, which is a lie.
Oh, that was the question.
Straight from the pit of hell. It is a lie straight out of the mouth of Satan.
Even if you're one person, it's not cheaper to eat at McDonald's. Even if you
It
get
is not.
There's some kind of cheapy menu they have that's their new all-American meal type cheapy menu, and even that costs more than making it at home.
So don't let people do that. Diane, fresh food is costly. No, it's not actually. It's not. You just buy what is on sale. Like this week's grapes are on sale, so that's the fruit we're going to be eating this week. Last week, oranges were on sale, so I bought enough for a month. So we're going to have oranges and grapes. Apples were on sale, so I got oranges, apples, and grapes. I got apples on sale the week before, and so then you just rotate through. The same with vegetables. You can't be persnickety. If you're buying a watermelon in March,
that's when the fresh fruits and vegetables
that's
are
when
going to be
there's a
expensive.
problem.
Because it's just not in season. But it's funny because people say, oh, I want to go back to eating more fresh things like Grandma and Grandpa did. Well, Grandma and Grandpa only ate fresh what was in season right now.
Mm-hmm.
So you might eat a whole bunch of squash and not a lot of other stuff because that's what's in season.
But normal people eat squash.
Yes. Well, yeah. I eat squash, but she eats squash. Yeah.
Just Vicky, every once in a while I have to get McDonald's fries. A treat. That's exactly it. It's a treat and not a staple. All right. Next is, what do we usually pay for a date night out? So I think our date night out is usually $20. It's right at $20. We split a fajitas and Mike gets an iced tea usually. And
we do tip as if we bought for two.
Mm-hmm.
And we really like the people there, so we tip a little more.
But we spend about $20 for two of us.
With the tip, it's almost 30. Yeah.
Oh, well, that's different.
Yeah, it's like 20 for the actual bill.
Okay, so it's like 15 for both of us then. Sue says one issue is that people do not separate out non-food from food spent at the grocery store. Yeah, and that's where they go wrong. A lot of people buy non-food items it's fine if you're at Walmart doing that. I can see that. Like, I have Walmart and two grocery stores. So when I get my groceries at Walmart, if I get non-food items, yeah, it's all together. But when I was in Colorado, all of my groceries were bought at the grocery store. Walmart was actually very expensive in Colorado. But all of my non-food stuff, like my toilet paper and my paper napkins and paper plates and stuff like that, that was purchased at Walmart, not the grocery store. Single guy, simple life. What's your opinion on news articles saying grocery prices are going up? So some of them are. Like my favorite Walmart 89 cents this time last year loaf of bread is now $1.35. That's definitely gone up. But not everything. And the thing is, you may have to adjust. Oh my goodness. I'm so sorry, guys. You may have to adjust your
Richard Buck's tissues.
it just came on like 2 hours ago. I was doing good and then bam, it hit me. You're gonna have to adjust what you're eating. Okay. In New York, Seamus says I spend about $150 a week for me and my dollar. Both of us are on special diets though. I know, but even at that, that's really ridiculously expensive. Even in New York City, and I've been to New York City, so I know your prices. I have actually physically been in New York City and seen the prices. Even on a special diet, you could do it. It's the same principles. Simon's $1,000 to $1,200 a month if you include going out. Most don't count going out.
I'm not sure if that's per person or if they're meaning for a family. Oh, it's Elaine.
Probably a family. I don't know.
A lot of people spend crazy amounts eating out, though. Wow. Especially in some of the towns where we've lived here, and then when we lived in Colorado, there were a lot of people that would eat out every day.
Yeah, crazy.
And it'd be like, for the family, it'd be like $150 every time they went out.
Yeah. Doodle Toot, is this any extra prep items? I spend more but add up prep items each month, which are included in my monthly budget. I have no idea what you mean by that question. I'm so sorry.
Which one?
Go ahead and just repost it again.
She's just asking, when the budget you're talking about, does that include having budgeting for extra prep items to restock the pantry?
Yes, it does. Because see, what happens is like 1 month I'll spend $700 and then another month I'll spend $100. So I'll stock up 1 month for $700. And that's the beauty of having a stockpile. I think that's what you mean by the prep, maybe, is my stockpile. That's the beauty of having a stockpile. Because then you buy it on sale and it's always on sale. You're never paying retail for your groceries if you can.
That's the trick. Never paying retail.
Yeah.
By planning ahead and always having that stuff. Well, and also not, because a lot of people just buy whatever they feel like today at the store. And, if you're in the UK or somewhere where people don't store a lot of food and you go shopping every couple of days, that might be okay. But in the US, it's gonna kill you on your budget if you just go to the store and look at what sounds good to you right now.
Yeah. Jenna says I need a meal plan. That is why I spend too much on groceries. I don't meal plan. If you shop to refill your pantry with items that are only on sale, your grocery budget will go down. I think meal planning is a farce. Now, it's fine if it helps you out. I'm okay with that. I'm just saying, people make it sound like you have to have a meal plan or you're never going to save money on your grocery bill. And that's just a lie straight from the pit of hell. So it's okay to have a meal plan. That's fine. We have meal plans in our Dining on a Dime cookbooks. 35% off right now and 50% off on our ebooks, guys, and 10% off on our undated planners so you don't lose any days. Barbara, which range in your remodel? We got the Whirlpool. Just the basic Whirlpool, no air fryer, nothing, just the basic Whirlpool. Wanda, how do you feed a picky dog? You don't. Oh, sorry.
You put food there, and if he doesn't eat it, then tomorrow it'll still be there.
I don't know. Our dog had to be on a special diet, and we just finally kept trying dog foods until we found one that was cheaper that worked. He had allergies really bad, so we had to have a grain-free one for him. But Elaine, my husband wants to only spend $100 a week on groceries. There's 6 people in my family. I shop only sales, limited meat, portion control. What else? So Elaine, I think that can be done for 6 people, but I think it's unreasonable for him to expect you to do that.
Yeah, that's pretty tight. That's really tight for that many people.
That's the ultra tight wad budget. Now, I mean, I guess if you guys live on $15,000 a year or something, then okay. But in that case, I hate to tell your husband, but he needs to get a better paying job. So I think it's doable, but the amount of stress that you have to go through to do that, just to add an extra $200 or $300 a month to that, I don't think it's unreasonable at all for you to spend $600 or $700 a month on a family of 6, especially if you have boys or teen boys. Emily, we don't see those prices for chicken or beef here in Idaho. I bet you do. I bet you're just not looking, because I've been seeing it all over. And
the main thing is you have to look, and you have to be willing to go to a store that's not just one store.
Well, when I lived in Idaho, I drove 70 miles to go get groceries. And so you may have to drive.
We got a lot of it at Rose Hours.
Yeah.
Where else did we get good meat there? Do you remember?
It was just Rose Hours.
Oh, okay.
Because back then Walmart didn't have a grocery store. But I mean, I don't know where you're at, but just in, let's see, what do we got right here? Just in Boise alone, let's just check your Albertsons ad. What kind of sales do you have today in Boise and Albertsons? You've got, it's loading. Should we sing a ditty while we're waiting it? Okay, so in Boise, you have on sale $3.99 beef bottom roast. $1.98 for 5 pounds of potatoes. $1.28 for grapes. 99 cents. Drumsticks, thighs, or chicken quarters. 99 cents. Don't tell me you don't get those prices. That's cheap. $1.99 for cereals, for Fruity Pebbles, Honey Bunches of Oats, and Frosted Flakes. That's not an excellent deal, but it's not horrid either. Let's see what else you got here. Trying to see. So those looks like you got lunch meat, 2 for $7. So, I mean, you got good deals. You're just not looking hard enough or not willing to drive. And so that's part of what you have to do is you have to drive. We drove 70 miles each way when we lived in Idaho to go get groceries once a month. What you do.
If you live in a small town, kind of far from everything, then you have to drive. But if you live in a city of any sort there, you probably don't really have to go very far. Mm-hmm. It's just part of the thing, like with us, we lived in a very remote part of Idaho on the Nez Perce Reservation on Lewis County. And from there, we had to drive because there just weren't any grocery stores except for basically convenience stores. Almost like campground grocery stores, really.
Well, yeah, and like Idaho's got Grocery Outlet. Grocery Outlet has a lot of good stuff. You guys have Winco. Winco has a lot of good deals. Fred Meyer. You got Fred Meyer there. I mean, you've got a lot of good places. It's just whether you're going to choose to shop there or not. Let's see. Is Fred Meyer Kroger? Let's try to see if they had an ad.
I don't think it's Kroger. Oh, maybe it is.
Where's their ad on here? I was trying to find their ad.
Wow, that's not a very good.
It's an awful website. I think it's Kroger if I know right. Oh, it's doing that dumb thing again. The ship to because my zip code's different. No, I don't want fuel locator. Oh, brother. Kroger, you need to get your website act together.
Do I need to move the laptop so you can? I was trying to give her the chance to smack the table again. It's been a long time.
I'm telling you. But anyway, yeah, you can find lots of things there. Albertsons is not Kroger at the moment yet. I don't think they got that buyout yet. Okay, so next question. Sorry, got off the track there. I got eggs at Hy-Vee today for $1 or for $2.38 for a dozen eggs. Yes, eggs are finally going down. Eggs are finally going down. Dee Dee, nice to see you tonight. I spend about $35 a week for myself most weeks. Very good. Yes, you are doing great. I would say that is that is a good thrifty price. Now I would say tightwad would be $80 a month, $50 a month. Can you send me the next batch?
Yeah.
But yeah, so put your questions in there, guys, and I will try to answer them. But that's partly why we're thinking about doing the shop with us videos to show. And even if we go to, we had thought about starting a new YouTube channel on a totally different subject. And if we do that, we'll be traveling for some of it. And I thought about doing videos for living on a dime, going to different grocery stores for that also. So, yeah. But I didn't know if anybody would be interested in that or not.
In the which one?
Us shopping.
At
Michelle,
stores?
it was a fun video. Well, thank you. Oh, and Wanda loved it too. Oh, everybody, Janet loved it too. Big Pond Homestead, bacon going on sale for $2.77 a pack. Good job. Yeah, that's a good deal. Doodle Toot, she enjoyed the thrift store video. Felt like it was right there with us. Yay. Charlene, Walmart here in Grand Junction is higher than most foods at City Market, which is Kroger. Yes. When I lived in Colorado, I very rarely bought groceries at Walmart. I mean, occasionally I would do a grocery pickup when we were at a really, really stressful time in our lives. Had a new kid, joined the family. Mike's parents were suing us. We had 4 teenagers. It was pretty rough. I did do grocery delivery for a little while there from Walmart. And it was worth the extra $30 or so a month that I would spend on groceries at that point because it was that or my sanity. But yeah. Jen says now she's going to keep track of their meals to see how much it costs. There you go. Just keep your grocery receipts. That's all you have to do. And if you want to make it easy, just separate your groceries. Like if you buy all your groceries at Walmart or whatever, just separate your groceries and just have her ring up all your groceries first, show you what the subtotal is. Well, I don't know. Sometimes they don't show the sales afterwards so you might have to pay twice if you want to see that. But usually they can show you what the subtotal is before you ring up the rest of the stuff. Melinda, where's the next best prices? Walmart, Aldi's, Kroger, Meijer. Well, you got to figure that out yourself. That's why you get our price book and print it out. Take it with you. It's 50% off right now. All our ebooks, guys. 50% off for all of our Saving of the Green sale. And our price books are in there. But you've got to figure this out for yourself. I don't go and just say every person should spend 99 cents on chicken or less. A lot of people could spend 69 cents on chicken. And so... But here, 99 cents is about the average. So you just do it. Yeah. All right. Everyone's Lady Hawk. I would love a grocery video. Okay. Well, we might do that.
I was thinking that's one thing we've talked about grocery prices a lot, and we've told them a lot. Or you've shared a lot of secrets, but I think people seeing it might be a different perspective.
Yeah. Back in November, I get sugar cards of 4 miles a day and have lost almost 50 pounds. You go, Debbie. That's great. And missing Jill tonight. Let's see. Go open the door and see if it's still doing what it was doing real quick, and we'll show them why mom is not here. Lisa, please do a video showing the price difference between homemade and convenient. Oh, it's not. It was like a blizzard here about an hour ago when we started the show.
Yeah, it was like a blizzard, I guess.
I mean, it was really snowing hard.
I just wanted to say flurries to give my mother-in-law a hard time.
It was blizzarding, but now it's stopped. So, Michelle, is it cheaper to buy a beef from a farmer? I have never, ever, ever found it cheaper in the last 20 years to buy beef from a farmer. It used to be cheaper to buy beef from the farmer, but not anymore. Now, if you got to get the fancy schmancy stuff, grass-fed, all this other stuff, which tastes gross anyway. I mean, if you like eating that, then go right ahead. I can't stand the stuff. It tastes like I'm eating dirt. But if you need the fancy schmancy stuff, it might be a little bit cheaper, but it is not cheaper. I have priced it and priced it and priced it. And to buy it from a farmer after processing. So you buy the beef and then you have to process the beef. They don't always add the price of the processing in with the beef. So let's say you buy your beef for $3 a pound. That's fine, but then you have to pay $3 a pound to process it. Well, I have never found farmers' beef to be less than $5 a pound, maybe $4.50, $5 a pound. But I regularly get beef for less than $3 a pound and $2 a pound at the moment. So, oh, yeah, everybody wants us to do price differences. Okay. How do you keep your potatoes to last? Keep them in a cool, dark place. That usually helps. And eat them. And by the way, it's okay to buy smaller packages of stuff. So let's say you're a single person and it's $10 for 10 pounds of potatoes. But it's $1 a pound. But let's say it's $1.50 a pound to buy them individually and you're a single person. Well, if you throw away half your 10 pounds because you can't eat it fast enough because you're single, then don't buy the 10 pounds of potatoes. Just buy them individually. Now, you can dehydrate them or something if you want, but yeah. Mona says, that sounds cool, the 3 different shopping carts. Yeah. What dessert do you eat? I get tired of eating fruit and pudding. I'm trying to stay off sugary items. I don't.
We don't really eat desserts.
I mean, I'll cook desserts for the boys, but I'm gluten-free, dairy-free, and sugar-free. And I just don't eat it. Belinda's in Australia. Wow. What time is it in Australia?
It's the morning, about 10 o'clock, I'd say. 11,
Time
maybe 11.
in Australia.
Depends on where in Australia.
10 o'clock a.m. Give or take. 6 to 11 a.m., depending where you're at in Australia. Wow. Ruth says, don't store potatoes close to onions. That's true. And I store my onions in the refrigerator, but I don't store my potatoes in the refrigerator. But you can. I was talking to some chick the other day and she was whining about how she and her hubby worried about paying for a 22-year-old kid's college loan. They only have one kid, 2 professional income family. Well, that says it all right there. You know, I mean, there's nothing I can say about that. They have their priorities set where they want to set them. And so you whine and complain all you want, but I guarantee you, yeah, anyway, never mind. I just won't go off on that today. Angel on a mission. We eat what's on hand and what's on sale, and we eat our leftovers. Yes. She makes TV, freezer TV meals with the leftovers. What happened to my hand? I don't know. I woke up last week in the middle of the night, and it hurt really bad. And it was fine. And then as the day progressed, it kept getting worse and worse to the point where I couldn't lift anything. So I've been wearing a brace and trying not to use it. And I think it's starting to get better. I think. Nikki, I like your groceries. I buy them too. It's easy and simple. I do buy instant potatoes. Yeah. See, guys, listen, I don't spend more than 15, 20 minutes. That's why I wrote cooking dinner. I don't spend more than 15, 20 minutes cooking dinner. That's why I wrote Dining on a Dime, Volume 1. Because it really was super easy to get in and out of the kitchen really quick. And then Volume 2, right there.
Yeah, Tara's never been let's just hover all day in the kitchen.
I don't like cooking. I know it seems strange, but I don't. And then my gluten-free, dairy-free. Somebody asked, is it more expensive to cook gluten-free, dairy-free? Nope. My grocery bill has not gone up at all. And nope, I don't cook separately for my family. I might make like a batch of biscuits for them to eat. And then I just don't eat them. And I'll just eat leftover rice or potato or something. But I don't make a separate meal. No. Yeah, I feel better since going gluten-free, dairy-free. Yes.
Well, and the one thing about the gluten-free, dairy-free, when people ask if it costs a lot more, it doesn't cost a lot more unless you buy all the specialty prepared stuff at the store. Like if you go to the store and you find the gluten-free section and you buy all the stuff out of there, then it's going to cost you a fortune. Which is why Tara wrote the book. Well, partly, you can just use rice instead of wheat. A lot of simple things like that. Yeah. But if you want recipes for bread and things, bread and desserts and all that sort of stuff, that's where the cookbook was really.
But guys, even my sandwich bread in here is $1.50. Super, super easy to make if you follow the recipe exactly. But it's $1.50 to make my gluten-free sandwich bread. That's it on the top corner there. Instead of $7 at the grocery store for gluten-free bread. And I'm going to test it in my bread maker that I just got. As a matter of fact, that's on my to-do list. But my grocery bill did not go up at all. So
well, and prior to figuring out exactly what to do, I remember Char was having a cow at the price of the things that are marketed as gluten-free in the store.
And that's why, guys, we test every single recipe in our cookbooks, because I know eating gluten-free can be nasty, and these are not nasty recipes. Guys, if you have this, let her know what you think of it, because I'm telling you, these recipes are really good. The pizza crust is delicious in here, and it costs like 50 cents to make. And by the way, if you are gluten-free, dairy-free, we are almost out of gluten-free, dairy-free books. We're almost out. They're on order, but 35% off. I don't know, at this point, they may not be here in time for Mother's Day. So I don't know if we'll have any left for Mother's Day or not. So I don't know. Did they give us an estimated delivery date yet? Or
usually it comes in about a month, and they're about to ship them.
So they probably won't be here in time for Mother's Day. So if you want gluten-free, dairy-free for somebody for Mother's Day, I would do, this is our last sale before Mother's Day. So I would grab it, because I don't know. I don't know if we'll have them left or not. Becky liked the appliance videos. Do you guys like Pistol? Is he not a Pistol? Oh my goodness. I was thinking I'm going to have him on again. He was so popular. Everybody just loved him so much that I'm just going to have him on again. And by the way, Pistol has 9 kids.
Yep.
So, yeah. Elaine says the thrift store videos, she watched it twice. Oh, that's funny. I live in Texas, so it was fun to see your items. It was good to see how you negotiate deals. Well, thank you. That's why I was kind of wondering if it would help you guys to see some of that. And I'll tell you, it was kind of crazy as I was editing that video. That one, the Taiwan Tuesdays, I'm not giving to my editors yet because I haven't figured out quite how I'm doing them. So I'm editing them myself right now at the moment. But what was the whole point of that? Let's see. Oh, I was editing that video, and I found myself actually watching my own video. And I was like, oh, that's right. Oh, I forgot about that, because we don't film. The video comes out like a week or 2 later. And so I'd totally forgotten about that. Well, and even I had Mike start watching it, and he wasn't watching it all the way through, because at the time it was an hour-long version that I wanted him to see what he thought. And he was like, well, did you get the table? I said, I don't know. You'll have to go watch the video.
Well, I was noticing things like, well, that's a funky carpet in that thrift store. What's that thing on Jill's dashboard? I still haven't quite figured out what it is. So if you figure it out, let me know.
It's right there. It's right there. The table's right there.
No. The thing on your mom's dashboard.
Oh, yes.
Kimberly just have to go look at it and see.
Kimberly says, I have a daughter that says it's cheaper for her to eat out than buy groceries. She's giving you a bunch of baloney. She just wants to eat out. Lindsay says we are debt free with 3 to 6 month emergency fund, and we ate out once a month. I can't even with these people who spend hundreds on fast food while complaining about inflation. I know. So here's what I thought about doing. Tell me what you guys think about this. We had thought about having viewers on the show.
We better not tell Pistol how popular he is.
I know. I keep telling him he should start his own channel.
I know.
But I thought about having viewers on the show give us, like, either focus on groceries or focus on their whole budget, and have viewers on the show for the live show and talk them through their budget and where they can cut and stuff. I don't know. What do you guys think about that? I thought that might be interesting. Does butter really expire? Wanda wants to know. Well, I mean, I guess technically it does, but it lasts a really long time, especially in the freezer. Lindsay says we are debt-free with 3 to 6 month emergency fund, and we eat out once a month. Very good. I can't even with these people who spend hundreds on fast food. Yeah. Oh, did I read that one? I'm sorry. Oceana says, I saved a lot when you said to stock up on butter at Christmas when on sale. Yay! I am so glad. I am so glad.
You need to go get your tissues. Okay.
It's my nose isn't really running down.
It's
just kind of itching, and I feel like my head is filling up. Maybe my Dayquil wore off. That's what happened. Mary, my husband got a better job than the one he was laid off from, so our home is paid off. Full pantry regional food fund got us through. Thank you, Coopers and Kellums. Oh, that's wonderful. Debbie, send me the next batch. Debbie, another way I save dollars, I intermittent fasting. Helps with inflammation. Very good. Connie, what sales do you look at for Easter? So ham, definitely ham. This week, get your cabbage, get your corned beef. A lot of places have corned beef and cabbage on sale. But ham is a big one at Easter. And Cool Whip, things like Cool Whip and Jell-O mixes and eggs, of course, if eggs go on sale. Paula, let's see. She buys 3 or 4 hams and puts them in the freezer around Easter. Yep. Drowning in the lake and finally getting a fresh start. Me every day. LOL, Tara. Yeah.
Did you say drowning in the lake is part of that story?
Yes, I had decided this morning as I had to get. So what happened was last night we realized. So we didn't know this was going to happen because the contractors didn't tell us till like 3:30. But they were going to be working on Mike's brilliant idea that I had to get some parts for. Well, and I had to give instruction for, because it's like a very specific thing. You can't just say, just go do it. It's very specific. And like, I'm not kidding. Today I answered question like every 4 or 5 minutes on Mike's brilliant idea. So I couldn't get anything done today, which is fine. I'm just saying it was very detailed. So anyway, I had to get up at 6:30. What time did I leave? Was it 6:45? I think I left at 6:45. Because we discovered at 9 this morning, the contractors were coming to work on Mike's brilliant idea, but I had to give them instructions, and he had to be to the lawyers at 9, or we had to be to the lawyers at 9. And the appliances were being delivered sometime between 6 a.m. and 8 p.m. So we were like, okay. And so I got up at 6:30. By 6:45, I was in the pickup, headed to the 3 hardware stores we have in town. Took me an hour and a half to find the crown molding for the kitchen cabinets. An hour and a half. Found it. She had to order it, so that's why it took so long. She couldn't get the ordering thing right. So then I had to go to Home Depot and get a truckload for Mike's brilliant idea. I couldn't lift anything, so I had to have somebody come help, which the guy was very, very helpful. I think his name was Kevin. Thank you, Kevin, and John and Ryan. Thank you. And so I came back with a pickup load of stuff needed for that. And walked in the door. The contractors were there, had to start working on Mike's brilliant idea. Then Mike walked in. No, then the appliances came. Then Mike walked in from the lawyer and said, good news, the kids don't have to decide to pull the plug. We can just put in our will that they can pull the plug. I'm like, okay, that's good. Let's do that.
No,
so
that we direct them to pull. We direct the hospital to pull the plug.
And so you're like,
wow,
okay.
That conversation suddenly took a turn for the worse. Go ahead.
So then I was working on Mike's brilliant idea and my laundry room project all of the morning. My laundry room looks like a tornado went off in it, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
And then some. I'm hoping I can get that finished tomorrow, or close to finished tomorrow. Oh, it's not going to be finished tomorrow. I just realized. Anyway, so it's just been one thing after another. And then I talked to Kimmy from She's in Her Apron. We're YouTube buddies. Well, we're friends in general, but I mean, she was calling me about a YouTube issue, and I was talking to her about my YouTube issues. And so anyway, it was just one of those things. Did you send me the questions? I'm just rambling because I don't have the questions.
I sent you 3.
Oh, right there it comes. And so anyway, yeah, it was yesterday. The whole point of that was after I got done, I had decided that kitchens are overrated. No one really needs a kitchen. That's what I've decided. I don't care how much it brings down the price on your house. If you decide to sell it, it's not worth it. That's what I've decided. There you go. Kimberly, chips are too expensive to buy unless they are on sale. Yep, exactly. Sharon, I stay away from organic. Oh, yeah, that's just a big waste of money. Wanda, I used to spend half my groceries shopping on sodas. I cut way down. Very good. Yeah, just start cutting down 1 a day or whatever. Vanessa still thinks of you two when I'm in the bathroom. Such a funny video.
It's funny because our pastor was telling us how much he just loves the toilet paper video. I'm not sure how I feel about our pastor watching the toilet paper video.
I'm not sure how I feel about the pastor watching any of our videos.
Yeah, like, okay, well, we're here to confess.
Are we to confess our sins one to another?
Yes.
Denise, do you normally purchase frozen vegetables instead of fresh? Nope. I do half and half. When broccoli's on sale, I buy fresh. When it's not, I buy frozen. Michelle, Tara, what happened to your... Oh, yeah, it's all right. I explained that. Julie, corned beef brisket is $1.49. She stocked up. Very good. Yeah. Wanda, I buy cake mix, but I won't pay more than $1 box. Yes. 15-ounce box is what I pay for. Yep. Get together, Mike's brilliant idea. Oh my goodness. If you guys knew what we went through with Mike's brilliant idea yet. Mike hasn't even seen the disaster downstairs from Mike's brilliant idea. Oh no, did you see yeah, you did see the disaster yesterday, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, because you and the boys were going to have to
you out of that
disaster. You and the boys were going to have to deal with that disaster. We have a ridiculously huge disaster now because of Mike's brilliant idea. Because when it's done, it's going to look so simple and you're going to be like, Tara, I cannot understand how. But I am not exaggerating when I say I have probably spent no less than 200 to 250 hours dealing with Mike's brilliant idea, trying to get it figured out.
Jason says, that's an interesting way to spell Jason. I hope Mike's brilliant idea is worth all the hullabaloo. There has certainly been a lot of hype. LOL. It's funny because it's pretty amazing, but I was thinking to myself, man, I hope that everybody doesn't get too hyped about it.
They won't be disappointed. You won't be disappointed.
It's impressive, but
I'm not kidding. I've spent probably no less than 200, but I think it's closer to 250 hours just trying to figure out the logistics of Mike's brilliant idea, which is very difficult. You don't realize when you're starting from scratch on something, or not really from, well, scratch isn't quite the word. Well, it sort of is the word, but anyway, when you're starting, when you can do something like this and you've never done it before and you have no idea what you're doing, it's very hard. And then you get things put into place and it's not at all how you had envisioned it. So, like, we had to build a new cabinet for our microwave. Yeah, it's so simple. You're going to be like, Tara, what in the world? But I'm not kidding. That microwave cabinet has probably cost us $1,000 or $1,500 now. It probably cost us about $5 in supplies and about $1,000 in labor. And in the end, we ended up having to put the microwave on the counter anyway.
Yeah.
It's just part of it, I guess. Kimberly, we make wonderful onion burgers. Ooh, just add shaved onions when you're flipping the burgers. Oh yeah, that would be really good. I do that a lot. I'll cook onions in Worcestershire sauce. Do you have a cookbook for how to use your meat for leftovers in several different meals? Yes, actually, it's not the book. It's in the index. We have a leftover index in Dining on a Dime Volume 1, 35% off right now for our Saving of the Green sale, 50% off for the ebook. And in Dining on a Dime Volume 2, it's in the index. So just look up beef and you will see all the recipes. In Dining on a Dime Volume 1, we came up with the idea a lot later. And so we added our own, or we added a separate leftover index. And then in our gluten-free, dairy-free edition, it's in the index also. So just look under whatever meat you're doing. And then guys, also for our sale, 10% off on our planners, our undated planners. People are begging for these to be on sale. 10% off. I just got a good deal from the printer. Thank you, Goalie and Freed. So I can mark them down 10% for this sale.
They're like amazing friends.
We love Goalie and Freed. Shannon, I can't believe how many people buy the pre-cut fresh fruit at the store. I know. It's crazy, isn't it? Rebecca, my thinking of eating out, I would rather do my own cooking. I know. I hate eating out. Or not, I hate eating out. I hate trying new places to eat. Because either one, they add stuff to the food that's not in the menu list, and then it makes me really sick and I don't realize it until later. Or it just really doesn't taste that good for the price, or you don't get that much for the price. Mary, I don't meal plan. I only buy what we love to eat, and if I want something special, too, it's in my pantry. Yes. Mm-hmm. Dinah says this week in Rochester, New York, chicken legs at Aldi's are 79 cents. Very good. Very good. Denise, are you going to a specific website to compare prices? No. When I look up people's grocery prices, when they tell me they can't get something, I type in Boise, Idaho grocery store. And then I just go down through the grocery stores and see what grocery stores they have and what are their ads. That's all I do. Cindy is waiting for butter to go on sale around Easter. Mary says tonight for dinner and our gluten-free, dairy-free peachy pork chops. Is that not the best ever? Oh my goodness. And they are in volume 1 also. And if you want to just try it, it's on our website, livingonadime.com. Guys, go get the peachy pork chop recipe.
Oh, yes.
Delicious.
I think I've mentioned before, I'm really not very fond of pork chops at all, but that recipe makes me like them.
Can you get the link for them and throw it in there?
Yeah.
Truth seeking grandma, I just have to say living on a dime makes me love Wednesdays. Oh, thanks.
Yes, thank you.
Wow. So our editor, now I'm feeling a little self-conscious. Our editor said he lives here in town. He said, yeah, people keep coming up to me saying, oh, I hear you're editing for Living on a Dime now. His name's Sumner, for all of you guys who know. You know, I think there's only one Sumner on all of Sheridan. Nice guy. We love Sumner and Emily, his wife. His wife works for us too. And he keeps having people come up and say, oh, I hear you're editing for Living on a Dime now. Oh, I just love watching them. He's like, they're people that I wouldn't think at all that would watch you guys just because they're not your demographic. And he said, oh, yeah. And so now I'm starting to feel, I'm kind of like, oh, great. If I go out in public, I have to make sure I look decent and I'm not having a bad day. And
it is true. We never know where we go or somebody's going to know us.
I'm not yelling at somebody for not getting my window here when it was supposed to be here 2 weeks ago. It's not their fault, but you know how it is. Sandy, my company is paying $150 for us to go out to eat for my 15-year anniversary. Well, hey, I would go all out. Buy whatever you can then. Get 15 cheesecakes. I think in that situation, I would order 15 cheesecakes and 5 bottles of wine. I don't
remember our experience like that.
Yep. Kelly, I'm a stay-at-home mom and I coupon and buy sales. Yeah. I mean, it's fine if you like doing it, but you don't have to do it to save money. Nancy, do you shop multiple times for the sales or only once a month? Multiple times because I'm in town. But when we lived in Idaho, it was only once a month.
Because it was 70 miles to the grocery store there.
So what usually Mom and I would do is just wait and see which ad had the most things on sale, and we would go in that week. So sometimes it would be every 3 weeks, and sometimes it would be every 6 weeks. It just depended on what they had on sale. Or like if it was Thanksgiving, we knew the week before Thanksgiving, we would definitely go in. The week before Easter, we'd go in. The week before Memorial Day, Labor Day, all the major holidays have different things on sale. So like Memorial Day and Labor Day always have ketchup and mustard and barbecue sauce and ribs on sale. So Lynette says I make meals every night, and that is what leftovers for lunch. Yeah, I'm shocked at how many people don't eat their leftovers. Yeah. I got all the books, and I'm loving them. Thank you, Nettie. Thank you for all our tips and tough love. Get it together, people.
Yes.
Yeah. My tough love isn't because I hate people. People think that I'm just being mean and cruel. No, it's because I've actually lived through it and I know you can do it. And it is one of my pet peeves to see people say, well, you just can't do that anymore. Well, inflation is just too high, so I can't do anything. Yeah, inflation is happening, but your grocery bill doesn't have to go up because of it. Yes, we may be headed to 2008, but guess what? We never even knew 2008 had anything happen. We really didn't, except that housing prices went down, and then we realized we could move back to Colorado from Kansas.
Yep.
So, yeah.
But I think the reason why it didn't affect us particularly is we don't rely on debt. I think the people that are hit the most when the economy goes bad are like the government. They rely on debt for everything. And so if you can get yourself out of that mindset, if you're in that mindset, then you will have less problems when the economy shakes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Nikki says, hello, Mike and Tara. Hi, friends. Love in Christ. So here's the question.
Hello,
Will she
Nikki.
love us without Christ?
No, because there's no love without Christ.
Does she have to have Christ to love us, though?
Yeah.
Are we that unlovable that she has to have Christ to love us?
What?
Because we're that trying?
Well, we're trying for sure.
No, I'm just kidding, Nikki. I'm just kidding. Wanda, seeing comparison shopping video would be helpful. Maybe I'll do that. Colleen's Posh Life. I commented on your shopping video and a troll responded to me. I love that video. Yeah, guys, listen, if there's anybody, it has our little logo and it says you've won or I've got something to tell you. Text me on my WhatsApp. Or you won this. That is a robot from China that steals your picture and goes in and tells her. So please, guys, help us report those. There's 3 little buttons on the side of the comment. Hit report that it's spam. I will never, ever reply with anything like that, asking you to call me or anything. I will not do that. I will always, if it's me, I will only respond with you to email me through our website. I don't even give our email address out on there. I make you go to our contact form on our website so that I know that you're real. Terry, it's a waste of money eating out. Yep.
Yeah, and also on those trolls, if they're posing as us, we usually get them deleted pretty quickly.
Yeah. My assistant usually, and I have to do it too because there's so many of them now, but yeah. Send me the next batch. Kathy says I needed the red hat for the Kentucky Derby. Oh, there you go. Barbara.
Isn't that a cute red hat?
Barbara.
You were wearing it.
Tell Pistol he is a popular. Why not start his own channel? I think is what she's referring to.
We don't mind him starting his own channel. We just want him all for ourselves. Actually,
I'm like, dude.
He seems like he doesn't think he'd really be interested in doing that himself, but we're more than happy to put him on our channel.
Yeah, I paid him for that, by the way, guys, because his information was so valuable. I'm like, dude, you're going to get paid for this because he was really good. TV Junkie, did we ever get BritBox? We did not. We probably should. We've been trying to watch old movies. Guys, post in there if you know of any clean old movie comedies.
We've been watching some older ones lately.
Comedy in our life. Christine, love the idea of talking through a budget live with a viewer. So that's what I was wondering. If we had a viewer send in their budget and then they were on live with us and we talked through and they got some Tara tough love. I don't know. You think people could handle it? I don't know. You think they could?
We'd have to have a delay on there.
They might cuss me out. Terry, I hated eating at a restaurant for my hubby's birthday. Yeah.
Abbott and Costello, old Kelly asks. Well, we watch a lot of movies from the 30s and 40s and some from the 50s. And lately we tried a few that were newer, and we were fairly disappointed.
Yeah. Pay attention to after clearance Easter sales. Simple Guy, Simple Life says yes. That's a good time. Like on clearance after Memorial Day, they always have hamburger and ribs on clearance because they bought too many and then they have to sell them. And like in Labor Day to Easter, they have hams on clearance, stuff like that. Diane, so if you had a job you loved that paid more than 6 figures, but you worked 60 hours a week, would you be willing to pay more for groceries to save time? Yes. So we got the comment from somebody, and I know they meant it as a compliment. So I'm not making a dig at them or anything, but they said, it's so good to see you guys who are truly frugal. A lot of frugal YouTubers say they're buying back their time by having people mow the yard or clean their house or shop for groceries for them. Let me tell you, if you make $100 an hour or $200 an hour or $300 an hour making a video, and it costs you $20 to pay someone to mow your yard for an hour, you are stupid if you mow your yard to save money.
Unless you're using it for video.
Unless you're doing it for a video about mowing your yard. Now, it's fine if you just want to mow the yard just to get out of the house or whatever. That's fine. But that's why we changed our name from Living on a Dime to Living on a Dime to Grow Rich. Because the object is to not wallow in your poverty for the rest of your life eating beans and ramen noodles. The object is to work yourself up into the life that you want. And so anyway, Diane, yeah, I mean, I think it's fine. I would say spend $200 or $300 a month per person if you're making that much money, and that's fine. And you can afford it, and all your debt is paid off. Now, I wouldn't do it if all your debt isn't paid off and your retirement's not funded. No, I wouldn't do it then. But if all that's done. There are a few moms in our skate club who eat out every day. They don't ever have a plan for supper, so they stop and pick up food. Whew, every day.
We've known a lot of, we've had friends that had their kids in sports like 6 or 7 days a week, and they would eat out every single day. And a lot of them were very chatty about how they couldn't afford anything in their lives. We're like,
yeah,
delivered pizza every day is pretty expensive.
Yeah. Kitsy says we make brisket and chicken matzo ball soup during Passover. Very good. Lasts for days. Yep. Yum. Jason, I hope Meg's brilliant idea is worth all the hullabaloo. There has certainly been a lot of hype and a lot of headache. But do I think it's going to be worth it in the end? Probably.
Actually,
I'm thinking it will be.
I hope it's not a spoiler to say the kitchen does feel more open.
Yeah.
That's not a spoiler, is it?
Nope. Nope. You should have seen us dealing with the countertops the other day. So we've probably spent a good 40 or 50 hours at least dealing with countertops. And we spent 5 hours on Sunday because we had to make a decision. And I lost my favorite tape measure. You guys will see it in Taiwan Tuesday on coming up. I've had it for 30 years. It's rusting in pieces now. But
on the stairs.
We got the countertops, and they're not installed, but they're just sitting on top of the cabinets. And then it started to feel like we're getting a kitchen. And they got the range hood up, and now it's starting to feel like a kitchen. Nikki, I use a brown paper bag. It keeps very good for potatoes. Yes, that does. That's a very good idea. Yeah. All right. If you guys need potato recipes, our Dining on a Dime cookbooks, 35% off our Saving of the Green sale right now, guys. 35% off. That's volume 1. Volume 2, you can eat better, spend less, and our gluten-free, dairy-free cookbook right here, and our undated planner. This thing is huge, 400 pages, but it's undated, so you won't lose any pages, even if you start in March or April. 10% off on our planners and 50% off our ebooks. Guys, do you know we have over 53 ebooks? We have a lot of really stinking good ebooks, and we just never promote them.
Like the grocery e-course. That's
Our
just full of
grocery
stuff.
e-course is full of videos on how to save and how to shop to save on your grocery bill. If you want a full course on how to save and shop on your grocery bill, it is our grocery e-course. My soap e-course is on sale, and all of our ebooks. Mary, my problem is I don't know how to do the right side dishes with the main course. That is why you need our Dining on a Dime cookbooks right here. We have, I think it's several pages. It's like 6 or 7, I think, pages. I can't lift the book up right now to show you because I hurt my hand.
Did you explain your hand? Because the number of people asked.
Yeah.
Okay.
There is 6 pages of menu planning in Dining on a Dime cookbook with the whole dinner planned out. And most of them are $5 or less. And I think the most expensive one is like $6.
Yeah. And a lot of things, because somebody was talking about leftovers earlier, and I think she might have suggested doing this, but if we put leftovers in the fridge and after a day or two they're not getting eaten, Charles just throw them in the freezer, just in the container they're in.
Then we'll just eat them later.
Yeah.
I couldn't find a gluten-free, dairy-free recipe for risotto. Do you have one on your website? No, I don't know that risotto is gluten-free. That may be something, that may be why, because it's not gluten-free. It's pasta. I'm pretty sure. Did you search what risotto is made out of? I think risotto is made out of wheat.
Well, it is, but I didn't know if there was. I think they were wondering if there's a.
No, that would be rice.
Version of it out of rice.
Risotto made of. Oh, well, it says it's made out of rice. Okay. Well, wait. What? What is? Okay, rice, I guess.
Well, that's
I
cool.
do not have, no, I didn't know that. I don't cook risotto because it's expensive. So, but I don't know.
Wow, we're getting some good movie recommendations. A lot of them we've seen already.
Yeah.
Oh, we haven't seen Bringing Up Baby lately.
Yeah, we could watch that again. Did you pull some of those movies ideas?
I've been grabbing all of them. Yeah.
Why?
Katharine Hepburn was.
Why watch TV? Okay, let's show Girl with a Plan. Pull the curtain back, dear. We're going to turn the camera and show her why we're not going outside to play games.
Except the camera can't.
Yes, the camera can. Open the garage door. The garage door.
You bet.
That's all right. Pull the curtain. This is why we're not outside playing games. Okay, let's see. Oops, can you pull it over? Hold on.
Did I ever mention about Charles' brilliant ideas?
Okay, see that right there? That is why we're not outside playing games.
But
yeah,
in about 3 or 4 more months, when winter's over, we'll be doing that.
That is why we're not outside playing games.
Ooh, it's oh man, there's still snow coming down out here.
Is it still snow? I'm telling you, it is like Snowmageddon here. We've had the second snowiest winter in Wyoming history.
Snowmageddon.
And we still have 2 months of snow left. So yeah, what do you guys think about that? Let's see what did they think about that.
John Wayne movies especially with the Maureen O'Hara. You know, I forgot what the Irish one was that everyone in Ireland talked about, but I had a hard time getting into it and I didn't watch it all. I'd have to go back and watch it again. Oh, she says go outside, play games. So we can play games. Should we
go outside? It's like 28 degrees out there.
No, but the comma is indicating play games as a separate thought. So it could be go outside or play games at home.
Or we could just
played
watch
cards
TV.
in a long time.
Yes. Well, that's because it's been so snowy. We haven't had a kitchen or anything either. So rice is gluten-free. Yes, Lori, it is. I thought of Pistol when my new dishwasher was delivered and missing the insulation blanket. Come to find out, not all dishwashers have those. Well, there you go. I heard you could freeze eggs. Brenda says, yes, you can. You can. Denise, I always think it's fun to pick some favorite breakfast menus and see how much recipes cost. Yes. So that's what I thought about, comparing, like, how much does it cost to go to McDonald's to get pancakes, how much, or bacon, egg, and cheese, or how much does it cost to make it at home? You know. Nancy's sister-in-law is single. She used to think it was cheaper to eat out until she bought a small freezer and started shopping the sales and cooking. She not only saved dollars, but lost weight. Yep. I bet she did. Good job for her. Do you still think that Mike's brilliant idea is brilliant? Yesterday, no. After we went through yesterday, no. Today, after I'm seeing it finally starting to come together, it's Mike's idea. I don't know how brilliant it is, but it's Mike's idea. No, I think it probably will work out. Yeah. Belinda says, thanks for the shout out. It's almost 10:30 a.m. in Thursday morning in Australia.
Wow. Yes. I always thought it was cool that we're live in the evening here or in the afternoon here, and it's the morning halfway around the world in Australia.
Denise, thanks for the info, you two. You're delightful. Oh, we're delightful.
Oh, thank you.
Hang in there with the home renovations. Oh my goodness. I do feel like I'm just hanging by my fingernails at this point now. Actually, I was doing great until I started to have to figure out all these details, and it wasn't coming together, and we could not get it figured out, and it wasn't working. So I was doing good until that. Amazing Grace Ranch. I finally made your favorite gluten-free bread recipe, and it was very heavy and dense. Is it supposed to be that way? No, you did not follow the recipe exactly. I guarantee you, if you follow the gluten-free sandwich bread recipe exactly, it will work. Every single person that I've walked through, something went wrong. Their water was too hot and they killed the yeast. The water was too cold and they didn't activate the yeast. Their yeast was dead. They scooped the flour instead of spooning the flour into the measuring cup like it says. They did not follow the high altitude or low altitude directions. What's the other big one? They did not use the right size pan.
What would make it dense?
Probably she scooped out of the bag instead of spooning your flour into the, I mean, let me know what you did.
What does that mean? Because it packs it?
Because it packs it. So you can't scoop the flour out of the bag. You have to spoon it into the measuring cup. Your water may have been too hot, too cold. That's why a digital thermometer is almost imperative for baking anymore. I mean, you can do it, but I would use it. So let me know, Amazing Grace, and maybe I can help you walk through what went wrong. Wanda, but let me tell you, once it works, oh man, it's good. But just take the dense one and just make it into croutons. The recipe's in there too. It's really good. Wanda, I'm short, so I don't like over the stove microwaves. Yes, I totally agree. Our microwave is not over the stove this time. I am so excited for that. Karen, just ordered volume 1 ebook. Yay. Thank you so much for ordering. By the way, thank you guys, everyone, for ordering. We need to be calling this our kitchen remodel has gone over budget sale. Please help us to pay for it. We're giving you a good deal so we can pay for it.
Our kitchen remodel finishing will spare Tara many years of therapy sale.
And let me say, our budget was $20,000. So I'm going to do a breakdown on a
We don't
video.
even remember that.
We blew through $20,000 quite a while ago, and we're not even close to being done. So anyway, okay.
Mike's like, it's like, you know, you go to the doctor and they have the little smiley face thing, and they're like, which of these smiley faces is you? I think Mike's the one right now.
Well, it wouldn't be so bad, except that we just happened on a fluke to have like taxes due
Ordered two
Ordered
different batches of
books.
books.
2 different batches of books.
And each one of those is a giant amount of money.
And we're talking 6 figures for all this stuff and the remodel and everything. And so when we started the remodel, we had enough money, but then all these other things came due that we weren't expecting, just like normal people. And don't worry, we're not going into debt or anything, but it's just, you know, what happens in life. So anyway.
Oh, Beverly says Mr. Blanding's Dream House. That is one of our most favorite movies. It's just a flower
sink.
Yeah, we keep quoting that movie actually as we go through this.
It's like, just Mike's brilliant idea.
Well, you're the doctor.
It's just Mike's brilliant idea.
It was just 3 little stones in a train.
And don't give it away. Don't give it away. Oh, Steve, do you have an A list when you buy sales and bargains during the year? Yes, I do. Check out Aldi, Debbie. Aldi is really good, although their meat is not really that good of a deal. I've never bought meat at Aldi. It's always cheaper at Kroger. Yes, Lori, the gluten-free, dairy-free ebook is in there. Wanda, any substitutes for corned beef? No, just roast, I guess. But I mean, if you're wanting the actual corned beef, but you can freeze it. Just cook it up and freeze it into small packets and just pull out a packet once a week or once every 2 weeks. Mary, being a local celebrity is rough. So it's not been a bad thing.
No, it's been good. Actually,
I do find myself making sure that I don't insult somebody inadvertently. I don't want to be rude or anything.
Tara's been more thoughtful with her commentary.
Well, get together, people. No, not really.
Well, and it's funny because I think, especially in a town like this, a lot of people are thinking, your job is YouTube? You what? So, well, we also have a publishing business at the house, and they're like, what's that like? So it's just an unusual kind of job for a town of this size. So, but it's a good way to meet people for sure.
But if more people had jobs like ours than the other YouTube channel idea that we were thinking about doing, those types of places would really take off. It would really take off in those kind of places if more people were like us. Cheaper by the dozen. Yeah, that's good. Nancy, send me the next batch. Nancy, Tara's gluten-free bread is light and fluffy. It freezes well, too, if you wrap it in plastic wrap and then freeze it in plastic Ziploc bag. Yes. Hello, Connie from Deadwood. We are actually going to be going through there in 2 weeks. So we will wave at you, Connie. As a matter of fact, what do we go see in Deadwood? I don't know. Can we even get through anything? Is it still buried in snow like it is up here? I don't know. Maybe you guys are too buried in snow. We won't be able to see anything.
I always wanted to see Deadwood.
How tall are we?
How tall are we? I just sent that to you. I'm 5'10".
5, 6, 7. Yeah, 6.5, I guess, is what I am. I'm getting better prices than I have seen for almost 10 to 15 years here in Canada. Grant says I only shop sales. Yep. Don't tell me Canadians can't get good deals. I know they can. They give it to me every day. Nikki Kimmy from She's Her Apron. Hi, friends. Love to see her budget. Yes. Granny, I use less than half a pound of ground beef to make dinner for 2 of us. Very good. Yes. Does Pistol have the cookbooks? I gave Pistol our cookbooks, didn't I?
Yep.
Yeah, I think I did. Savannah Smiles, Mommy 66 says we could watch that. Thin Man, $50 trillion debt for the USA. Yeah, there's just no hope for that. Barbara, Marx Brothers old movies or Easter Parade? I've never seen Easter Parade. Dry Bar Comedy, I have watched them before.
I'm not
familiar.
I
would like to see you do shopping videos with the next preparation video using the store brand's private label. Yes, that's what I thought about without losing taste. Yeah, that's what I thought about doing. And then testing my homemade store brands versus taste tests for Mike and the boys. Now, the problem is you can't make all homemade things like the store brand. It may or may not taste better, or it may just be it has a different type of taste. So, yeah. Arsenic and Old Lace. We've seen that one. That one's good.
I was in that one in drama. It was
South.
awesome.
South Loop Rumor says that could be a whole separate channel going over people's budgets. I know. That's what I thought. People might like us. I saw a guy who's doing that on YouTube, and I was like, going over their budgets. I was telling about that guy before.
Yeah, actually, that would be cool for us to do too. I think we would enjoy that, and probably everyone would enjoy seeing how we advise individual people on their things.
I don't know. Email me if you guys want to go over my budget. livingonadime.com, click the contact. If you want me to go over your budget and see if I can help you.
So would they be on the show or just sound on the show?
Probably on the show.
Ooh.
I'm not guaranteeing anything, but let me see what kind of interest I get. And we might do something like that. Krista, Philadelphia Story.
Well, and
never watched that.
Have we not seen that? Maybe we haven't.
That was with your other girlfriend.
And when she says on the show, you mean like she doesn't mean you have to actually come here.
Yeah.
If you're like somewhere far away, you can be on the show. We have a way to, if you have a phone or a camera or a computer or something, we can put you on. I mean, if you were here, we might be all right with that. I don't know.
Connie says, I can handle your tough love. I like how straightforward you are. Well, send me your budget and tell me what you need help with, Connie, and I'll help you. Girl with a plan. Make a copycat Panera black bean soup. Actually, yeah, that's the one in Dining on a Dime. She says, husband approved, saves money. This one right here. It's delicious. What is the best tip to keep yeast fresh? Keep it in the freezer. If you don't use it a lot, just store it in the freezer all the time. But what I do is I buy the 1 pound packages, put a little bit in my little jar, keep the rest in the freezer. And I've had yeast that was still good 5 to 10 years past the expiration date. Yeah, I had some that was 10 years and it was still good. Jerry Lewis, yeah.
Have we really
Susie,
seen Jerry
no,
Lewis things, have we?
Just Vicky, my niece cleans houses. It's amazing gig. Lots of people still want that service. Yeah. What about Bob? Oh, that's true. I need What About Bob right now.
What About Bob is one of Tara's most
right
favorite ones.
I need that right now.
You should watch that one tonight. I think you would relate to Bob at this point.
I relate to the blowing himself up scene right now. I do relate to that, yes. Red Skelton. I don't know who that is, Castle. I mean, I've heard the name, but I've never seen it. He's so crafty. Safeway Albertsons this week. They have cabbage for 9 cents a pound and pork chops for 77 cents. Holy cow. I would buy a whole nother freezer for that. That's a great deal. Kelly, bring me up, baby. Yep, we both like that one. Mommy of 6. My son is eating ramen right now. Yeah. Donna, Gene Kelly movies. Critics' Choice with Bob Hope. Just Vicky John Wayne movies. Wow, you guys, thank you. That'll give us some ideas to start going on something. Good grief. We've been having, well, last night's movie wasn't bad.
Which one was it? Oh, that one with
that weird Christmas movie.
Oh, with Barbara Stanwyck.
Meet John Doe. Meet John Doe. That wasn't bad. I didn't know it was a Christmas movie, but it wasn't bad.
Really? Wow, we've really been seeing a lot more Barbara Stanwyck lately. Really like her movies. Christmas in Connecticut for the longest time was the only one we had seen, right?
Hand me that. Jim, 2 weeks since my surgery and I'm healing nicely. Yay! I'm so glad.
Do you want the TP instead? Can be a throwback to our.
What are the uses for paper towels when you're in the studio and you can't get to a tissue? All right. After I bug bombed my home for fleas, I forgot to take 1 box of shelf-stable milk out of the cabinet. No, don't throw it out. It's good. Just wipe off the outside of the box. But it didn't get inside the box if it's closed. Cindy, where do I find the price sheet, the budget book? Our price book is in our ebooks. livingonadime.com. Click on the shop and click on ebooks. We've had our price book for 12, 15 years now. People absolutely loved it. But
we used to have a print version of it.
We had a print version and then we stopped selling it because we were moving and we just never reprinted it after we were moving. As a matter of fact, I asked for Reed today about printing costs. So as soon as we get over this little hump of paying tens of thousands of dollars for everything, we will get it reprinted probably. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. But maybe. Did mom recover from the thrift store shopping marathon? Yes, she did. Yep. You could play ring toss with the dress with the deer's antlers.
That was the game thing. The thing about games outside.
Oh, that would be funny. Oh my goodness, that would be hilarious.
It is pretty amazing seeing that the deer are so up close. Like they're there all the time.
Morgana just sent a check for the gluten-free cookbook. I will pull one out for you then. Yes, I will save it for you. Yeah, so if you guys are wanting our gluten-free, dairy-free edition or wanting to order it for anybody for Mother's Day, I cannot at this point guarantee that we will have any for Mother's Day. We might. Depends on how many we sell during this sale. But it could be gone after the sale. And no, I'm not just saying that to sell more books. Diane, I'm so glad you guys are now here, have a place. You could do your shows without having to set everything up and take everything down. It's gotten a much better place for you. Yes. Until I want to burn it down like yesterday. But yes. Pam, is there a way to search 3 to 5 ingredients to find your recipes that have those ingredients? Pam, yes. Just type in 3 ingredients. 5 ingredients.
You mean in the search?
On our website. Mommy of 6. I just love the background of your studio kitchen. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Wow, still getting a lot of movie suggestions.
Prairie, Holy Matrimony, 1943. Thank you guys for all of these. Wow. Yes, we have been watching Carol Burnett, Just Vicky. That's a good one too.
Ma and Pa Kettle.
Yeah. Connie says her family loves the overnight refrigerator pancakes. They are delicious, aren't they? 35% off right now, guys. Our Saving of the Green sale. Normally they're 25% off, but we upped it to 35 for you to save some extra dough this St. Patrick's Day. Monique, we had a close call with our washer this past week. I thought she was done for. Oh, thank goodness. Her husband YouTubed the problem and it cost $45. Yay. By the way, guys, we are going live every day this week except for Sunday and next week. Every day this week and next week except for Sunday. Jane, just want to pay off my mortgage and build up savings. Be grateful for God has allowed us. Yeah, it's me next one. Yeah, I mean, you'll get there. It just takes time.
Dun, 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 dun.
Mr. Hobbs Takes a Vacation. We saw that one not too long ago. That was pretty hilarious.
Which one was that?
Mr. Hobbs Takes a Vacation.
I'm not familiar with. I can't remember which one that is.
I'll show it to you. Yeah, Don Knotts is pretty funny too. I like him. Yeah, he's a good one.
What was the one with the Mr. Limpet? I haven't seen that in ages
that was
and ages.
Funny.
Yeah.
Lisa would like to see somebody go through someone's budget too. Okay, guys, if you want me to go through your budget, I'm not guaranteeing anything. Let me see what I get first. But because I'm still trying to do my video when I had everybody send me their grocery ads, you guys did a really good, and I haven't forgot you. For those of you who sent it in, I haven't forgotten you. But
what kind of swag were they getting for sending that in?
I was giving them a gift card to our store.
Ah.
So, Barbara, Monkey Business with Cary Grant. I think we saw that one. Shannon, we have cut down so much on our finances because of you guys' help. Well, thank you. I'm so glad.
Yay.
We were trying to save money, and it dawned on me as I was looking in my backyard. We are selling our toy hauler vehicles we don't use. It's a total duh moment. We'll be saving around $1,000 a month on payments, registration, and insurance. Holy cow. What do you got? Oh my goodness. Mary Beth, how much snow? So we have had to date, I think close to 60 inches of snow. I think it's right around there. I haven't seen the latest total, but it's somewhere around 60 inches for us. That's a lot. I think the record was like 72. And April and May are our snowy, March, April, and May, but April and May are our snowiest months of the year.
Last couple of snowfalls have been more than a foot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Diane got our cookbooks volume 1, 35% off, and volume 2, 35% off right now, and absolutely love them. Haven't put them down. They are literally the best cookbooks. I read the cookbooks like novels. It's so funny the number of people who say they read the cookbooks like novels. They really do. It's funny.
We had fun actually writing those parts.
It's pretty funny. Mary Beth, baking is chemistry. Have to follow the recipe as in doing breads. Yes, especially gluten-free baking. You can make substitutes with gluten-free baking, but you have to follow the recipe exactly and learn what works with gluten-free baking and what doesn't. So like I had somebody say, I substituted all-purpose flour for almond flour, and I can't figure out why your sandwich bread tastes so awful. Well, it tastes awful because almond flour is like a brick, and your sandwich bread is going to be this thick instead of this thick. Or you use the wrong size pan, so you got a short, stumpy loaf instead of a nice, fluffy loaf. It is a science. Now, once you learn, you can start making substitutions of that kind of thing. But it absolutely drives Mom and I batty when people say, well, I made your recipe, and I just don't know why it turned out. I substitute rice milk for regular milk. I substituted whole wheat flour for white flour. I used self-rising flour instead of regular flour, and it just poofed all over the oven. And like, you have to follow the recipe until you learn how substitutions work. So like, you can't just substitute all-purpose flour for regular flour. I mean, not what's it called? Self-rising flour for regular flour. You just can't do that. There's a reason why. Because there's baking powder and salt in self-rising flour, and it makes a difference. Mary, I have all your books and the gluten-free, dairy-free twice. My daughter stole gluten-free, dairy-free, LOL. Maybe I should read the red one's part on meal planning to do side dishes. Silly me. Yes, I just read the recipes. Yes, read the book. If you read the book, I guarantee you will have a lot of savings. The Egg and I, yeah, that was a good one. Fred and Claudette. Huh. Yeah.
We need to discover new to us old movies from time to time.
Yeah. Sullivan's Travels. Wow. Mom Pa Kettle. Yeah. Yours, mine, and ours. That was very good. Yeah, those are all really good ones. Do we have anything else that we need? 10 Commandments.
What was the one we watched about the Christmas movie about the orphanage where they all got an orange?
I think the Christmas orange, wasn't it?
Is that what it was?
I think so.
You said send you more?
Yeah. JDB says, hi, today in Colorado 70, tomorrow 37 with snow. I know, that's Colorado. Green Acres is good. We should be watching Green Acres living here.
We used to love Green Acres.
Yeah.
In fact, there's one guy on Green Acres. He was an old guy in Green Acres, but we've seen him in movies from the 40s, and he was an old guy in the 40s.
Yeah. What time are we going live all this week? I don't know. Did we decide we're doing 4:30 all the time?
Well, sometimes we do 4:30 and sometimes 2:30, and we could do 4:30 most of the days, but on Saturday we probably should do 2:30.
Yeah.
Or 2 o'clock. We kind of float. Those are sort of the times we float. If it's not 4:30, we always put in the title what time it is.
Yeah.
Because 4:30 is our normal.
Yeah, just watch for the notice on YouTube or Facebook, and it'll tell you if we're going to do 2:30 or 4:30. Mountain. Daylight savings.
Secondhand Lions.
I love Secondhand Lions.
It's been a long time since we've seen that one.
Meet Me in St. Louis, Barbara. Yeah, that's a good one. We just need an automatic recording. Tara saying, "Don't buy that." What's hilarious is I say that, but then we do all these thrift store videos and buying all this stuff. Now, of course, we're filling up our new house and decorating and stuff, the new house. So I'm getting a lot of it for that. And Mike's Brilliant Idea, I got a lot of things for Mike's Brilliant Ideas lately. But
wow, I can't wait to find out what it is after all this time.
Christine Wallace, I love budgeting videos. Well, there you go.
Barbara, yes, you can replay. You can watch a replay later. She says she's having trouble with winds causing her internet to go off. Yes, it'll be available for replay on YouTube and Facebook.
Grandma Kitty, Oh, a Walmart cart intervention would be good. Yeah, I thought about telling people I'll pay them so much money if I could tape their cart and ask them a couple of questions. Tell them I'm doing videos on saving them money on groceries. Although people here in Wyoming, they're really nice. But if you do weird things like that, sometimes they can get a little, please don't shoot me. I'm just asking to tape your cart. Really, I'm not doing anything weird. I'm just taping your
Well, people are
grocery
really
store.
nice, but at the same time, it's if you just approach somebody, it could be a
Hey,
little bit.
I want to tape your grocery cart and show how you're wasting so much money on your grocery bill. Oh man, live the whole week. Yay! Yes, we are. We are going live the whole week. Yep, because we are having our saving of the green. Oh, I mean, our help us pay for our kitchen remodel. No, I mean, we're giving you a good deal so we can get some cash for our kitchen remodel. Hey, at least we're open and honest. But volume 1, guys. Volume 2, and just in case you were wondering, the Saving of the Green Sale was planned 15 years ago. We have a Saving of the Green Sale every single year for St. Patrick's Day. So anyway, and then our gluten-free, dairy-free guys. We have your homemade cleaners. We have homemade seasonings. We have tons and tons of recipes. And our Get It Together planner is 10% off, guys. If you want to get organized and you need an easy-to-use planner that's not overwhelming, this is it. It has 400 pages, plenty of space for you to get everything in there. See, plenty of space, plenty of space. There is a video on how to use it. I got the video done on the sales page. Mike will put it in there for you. And if you want to send me your budget.
Wait, what am I putting in there?
And go to livingonadime.com, click on the contact form, and send me an inquiry, and I'll think about it.
You said Mike will put that in there for you, but I didn't hear what.
The link for the sale.
Oh, okay. Yes, I did.
Did Jill get to keep the flyer picture? Yes. Oh. But I got the lazy Susan, so actually I'm okay with it. I just harass Mom in the videos, but it really doesn't bother me. I think people know that. They probably don't. So it doesn't really bother me that I didn't get the flower picture. Somebody said right here, Tara needs to wear a t-shirt. Let me help you save money and turn her loose in Aldi's. Yeah, that's funny. That's funny. All right. Have viewers send in pictures of the grocery haul. So I did, Jen, actually in February, and they did send it. And I am doing a video on that. I have just, with the kitchen remodel, has really just been sucking the life out of me. Just trying to make decisions for it. Although I think now we are pretty much done with the big decisions, I think, now that we have Mike's brilliant idea figured out, don't we? And the countertops figured out.
Yeah, the one thing that Mike is kind of anxious about it, not anxious,
the window.
Not anxious like worrying, but anxious like hurry up and get it in there, is the window. But that's the one that hasn't come in yet. But I just want to see it.
We just hope when they're putting in the window, the whole side of the house doesn't collapse.
Well, because of the way they have to reconstruct a piece of the wall to strengthen it for the window. Basically, let's put a piece across the top to take the weight of the extra studs that aren't there. But it'll make a really nice, big, pretty window space, we think. So that should be nice.
I can look out to my garden if I want.
Yeah.
Possibly.
Just Vicky says, I wanted to see some stuff close up. You were on a mission at the thrift store, Tara.
So that's why I thought having Sumner, my videographer / editor, great dude, neighbor. He's actually our neighbor too, believe it or not. He literally lives like just a couple of blocks from us if you go one direction.
Pretty much in this town, almost everybody's our neighbor.
Real true. And Pistol, the appliance guy, he's really our neighbor. He lives on our same street, like 3 blocks from us. We didn't even know it.
We've walked past his house before.
We walked past his house all the time.
Yeah.
for school, picking ups from school, and
Oh, the shakiest gun in the West. Isn't that a Don Knotts movie?
yeah, that's a good one.
Did you need me to send more?
No,
Or are you
I
done?
think I am going to be done. So we will be on live tomorrow. Thursday, we're talking about.
That's tomorrow.
Friday, we're talking about. Wait, is Friday the Dave Ramsey one?
Friday's the one with your mom.
Friday's one with Dave Ramsey commenting on mom's situation. And tomorrow is. What are we doing tomorrow? I can't remember.
I can't remember either. Let me pull that out. Oh, how much do we pay for individual things? For how much do we expect?
Oh, how much do I pay for groceries? Yeah. So tomorrow is how much do I pay for groceries?
I was trying to figure out what people would search when they're looking for that, because I tried all sorts of
What are
things.
good prices on groceries? I don't know. Before we go, guys, type in what we would search. What would you search for that if you're looking for good grocery prices?
Well, basically, what the question that we're going to be answering is people want to know what is usually a pretty good price for chicken, or what's a good price for milk, or whatever.
Yeah.
Hamburger.
So you guess I better come up with some prices, huh?
I was going to say, you better plan ahead tomorrow, dear, at least 15 minutes ahead.
Wanda says, wow, Tara has a plan on future snow. I know.
We sat down yesterday and we actually figured out all the shows between now and next Thursday.
Worth of plan.
Yeah.
A whole week's worth of shows. Like, I don't know what heavenly rays beamed out of the sky to zap us, but we got it done.
I think being prepared was pretty amazing after all these years.
I don't take that.
Christine says, have a viewer record a month of groceries, then the second month they use the Dining on a Dime cookbook and frugal tips, and we compare before and after. That would be cool.
Yeah. Or what I thought about doing is having the viewer tell me what they buy or giving me their receipt, and I buy that stuff, and then how I would do it was another way I thought would do it. Louise, are construction workers licensed and insured? Yes, they are. Yeah. Yeah. And it's not, my frustration isn't really anything to do with them. It's just, first of all, when they took on the job, they're also snow plowers, or was that what you call it? Snow plowers? I don't know what you call that, but they plow for the snow. And
it's a much snowier winter than usual. The
entire rest of the state of Wyoming, they had no idea it was going to be this snowy this winter. And so they've been having to stop working on our stuff so they can go do their plow businesses. Well, we don't want them to not let go of their plow businesses to get our kitchen done. I mean, they can if they want to, but these are regular people that use them every year. We're going to use them this one time for this project. So it's not right for us to ask them to turn down their snow plowing business to get over here and get our kitchen done. They can't get done until the window comes anyway. So it's not like we're in a big hurry for any of it, because until the window gets here, it can't get finished anyway. But now that they got a significant progress on Mike's brilliant idea today, that if we don't have too much snow tonight and they have to snow plow tonight, that might be done tomorrow.
Oh, that'd be great.
That might be done tomorrow.
And then you're going to reveal it?
Nope.
Oh, what a tease.
I know.
Actually, except for the wall where the window is, the rest of it could mostly be finished before too long. Yeah, the funny thing is we were aware that their snow plowing thing, if it snows, they have to do that.
And
what we weren't aware of is that even though Wyoming usually has a massive amount of snow, this year was a lot more massive than the normal massive.
Yeah.
So.
Somebody said, I thought this was an observation. German Garden says a lot of people have spending problem with snacks. Oh my goodness. As I was looking for videos of my kitchen remodel, and people were showing their pantries and how they're setting up their kitchen cupboards and all this stuff, how they do with that. And I was looking, she says, we never even ate snacks when growing up in the 90s. We ate 3 meals a day and we're fine. There's no need to eat 5 to 6 times a day. The amount of snacks in people's pantries and their kitchens, like they have whole 3, 4, 5, 6 drawers or shelves or cabinets full of snacks. That's how we save on our grocery bill. It's not that I don't buy the boys snacks. I do. But I don't buy gummy this and gummy that. I don't buy juice boxes. I don't buy individually packaged chips.
Well,
I don't buy individual cookies.
You make a lot of the snacks because they're a lot cheaper that way.
I don't make Crustables.
And then Nan brings over cookies sometimes. She brought cookies and yeah.
I mean, it's absolutely ridiculous. Jane, what do we think of the U.S. banks closing Silicon Valley? Is our money safe? Okay, so I'll say this to all the other people who've been emailing me and texting me. If it gets to the point where your money isn't safe, that means the U.S. government has collapsed and your money is worth nothing. If it gets to that point, we are toast no matter what. So, we aren't pulling our money out of the bank at the moment. I do think you should have cash on hand for emergency situations, or, you know, if something happens and you can't get money from your bank or something like that. I mean, I think it would be good to have 1 or 2 months, you know, $5,000 or $10,000 worth of cash in your house is fine. I don't have a problem with that. But if you got $150,000 and you're pulling it out, that's fine. But if the banks, if your money's not safe in the banks, that means the U.S. government has completely collapsed and it's not worth anything anyway.
Well, if you thought if you were convinced your bank was going to crash, then it might be a good idea to take it out. But
I mean, I wouldn't be banking with some of these places that are sketchy anyway.
Part of the problem with some of the banks is if a rumor gets around and everybody takes their money out, the banks only have a certain amount of their value of the deposits from the depositors, is only a certain amount of that is in cash. So just kind of like It's a Wonderful Life, if everybody runs and takes all their cash out, then even if it's an all right bank, it'll still go under. So the thing is that in the U.S., FDIC allegedly insures it up to $250,000. So if you have that much or less in your account, you should eventually get that back. The big problem with that Silicon Valley Bank is, well, there were other things going on, but in terms of the reason why a lot of people are really upset about it is they had way more than $250,000 in their accounts, like $20 million for a business account, which people say, wow, that's a lot of money. Well, if you're running a business with 30 employees, $20 million isn't a whole lot of money. And so in order to operate your business. So the main issue there is if they had more than the 250,000 in their accounts, that
and
money
some of
could
them
just
are
be
kind of
gone.
sketchy anyway. Like the 2 banks that have gone down already, they were
2 went down?
Yeah.
I heard Silicon Valley. I didn't hear the other one.
There was another one that went down too, supposedly, or it's getting ready to go down or something. But they were like for what's it called? Oh, what's it called? It's like investors who take risky investing. Type stuff.
Yeah. I forgot what they're called, but Silicon Valley had a lot of high tech startups that were high risk. And people invest. I forgot what it's right on the tip of my brain. Anyway, a lot of certain types of businesses, because they're not really that great of a risk. There are venture capital is what I was thinking.
Venture capitalists. That's what
they can get loans at extremely high rates of interest because the investors realize the probability of losing all their money is really high. So a lot of the stuff
startups,
in that bank,
yes, Deborah, that's what
a lot of the deposits in that bank were venture capital startups. And one of the reasons why they're freaking out is because, like I said, they had $20 million in the bank.
And now the
it's only
insured can't pay for anything.
It's only insured for $250,000, and so they don't have payroll to pay their.
That's why our business is dealt strictly on a cash basis.
But if we had more than $250,000 in our business account, we would have more than one account at different banks.
Yeah.
So because that's what I think the big issue was for a lot of the people there.
Elizabeth says 3 banks: Signature, Republic, and Silicon.
I'm not familiar with those, but wow.
Beverly, ignorance is having more than 250,000 in one bank. Well, yes and no. I mean, it kind of depends on your business situation, but I understand what you're saying.
Well, no, I think what she's saying, though, which I think I agree with, is if FDIC insures it, I would only keep the amount that FDIC insures in each bank.
I agree. Yeah, I agree.
But
yeah. And that's why our business is hopeful purely cash basis. All right, guys, our cookbooks, our planners are on sale. Everybody's been asking for our planners to go on sale. 10% off our planners, 35% off our cookbooks, and 50% off all our ebooks. Guys, we have 50 ebooks. We have a lot of ebooks. So go check those out now.
Some of them are even $1.
livingonadime.com. We will see you guys tomorrow.
Bye. Looking forward to it. I want to know how much it costs to buy chicken
Or hamburger.
or hamburger or milk.
Have you been
Is
watching
milk
this?
a thing?
Yes. Have you been watching this show for any time at all?
Yes.
Do you know how much I pay for chicken?
Well, not more than $1.99 a pound, right?
Oh, very good.
There you go. All right. Tell me
Goodbye,
if you die.
guys.
At least I know that part. Bye.